The latest in Renegade Theater, art from Ely and music from Embarrass, now playing on the playlist.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
They'll get your foot tapping anywhere you hear them, and maybe your foot stomping, and maybe that's more like it. Matt Ray and his string band traveled all the way from Embarrass, so please welcome Matt Ray and those damn horses.
Sometimes 8, sometimes 10. It's enough for the government man. Cluck old hand, cluck and sing. You ain't let X to way last spring. Cluck old hand, cluck and squall. You ain't let X to way last fall. Sometimes 8, sometimes 10. It's enough for the government man. Cluck old hand, cluck and sing. You ain't let X to way last spring. Cluck old hand, you cluck a lot. Next time a cackle, gonna cackle in the pie. Well, my old hand's a good old hand. She lays eggs for the county man. Sometimes 8, sometimes 10. It's enough for the county man. Cluck old hand, cluck and sing. You ain't let X to way last spring. Cluck old hand, you cluck all night. Next time you cackle, it's chicken delight.
We'll hear more from the band and meet Matt Ray himself in just a few minutes. But now the Northland premiere of a compelling musical. The Renegade Theater Company kicks off its 2011 season with a tragic, true story told in Parade the Musical. The final tweaks are in progress.
Come on!
So it's not like robot, it's like fan. So keep it, you know, normal. My name is Katie Hobaka, and I directed Parade, and I'm the artistic director of Renegade Theater Company.
It's trapped inside the land that time forgot.
I'm Adam Cipolla. I'm playing the role of Leo Frank.
It's a musical, and it's not your typical happy jazz hand musical. It's based on the true story of Leo Frank and Mary Fagan.
Leo is a Brooklyn-born Jewish man, graduated from Cornell, an engineer.
Who lived in Marietta, Georgia after the Civil War, right before World War I.
He's very dedicated to his work, And there's the factory, a lot of the workers are young teenage girls.
He was accused of murdering Mary Fagan. There was a huge trial.
The story became kind of a news sensation.
And today, it's still a huge debate, whether he did it, whether he didn't do it, who did do it.
It's a beautiful show. It's very powerful. It's very moving.
People are definitely going to be blown away and challenged just sitting through it. I mean, it deals with racism and justice and love, and it's definitely heavy themes that we think people are ready to hear about.
Well, parade opens Thursday, February 3rd at the Teatro Zuccone here in Duluth. A season kickoff party begins at 5 with a show following at 8. And ticket information is posted on Renegade's website. And now a sneak peek at Duluth Photography Institute and a show opening this weekend. Founder Brian Ravala says it's just the beginning.
We have 3 main goals here at the DPI, and one is the gallery space to show people's work. Another is the studio area for people to produce work in a studio setting, and a third is the learning option where we have workshops dealing with all sorts of things photography. I am Brian Ravala, and I am the founder of this facility, the Duluth Photography Institute. Well, right now we have local photographer Sean Thompson. His work will be up through mid-February, and this coming Saturday, in the other half of the gallery area, we have another local photographer, another emerging professional, if you will, Nate Lindstrom, that's going to be showing his work as well. We're going to have a fun little exhibit, I call it 4x, a print exhibition, and anybody can enter it, and it's a test of people's creativity and being able to really get strong subject matter because the print is limited to a size of 4 inches on one side. And I think it's going to be a great show. February 18th, we'll have the opening of that 4x, and the deadline for submission has been extended to February 4th.
Well, photographer Ryan Tischer shares his work in our playlist gallery tonight. He's preparing for a show at the Washington Studio Gallery next month. He and his camera just got back from an adventurous trip to Death Valley. Look for new work in Elements of Exposure. Now, for more information about artists featured on the playlist and to watch past episodes, check out our website, theplaylistonline.org. Now, please feel free to suggest artists and musicians we need to feature as well. You can always become a fan of the playlist on Facebook and connect with arts events happening around the region. Now, in Ely, Claire Taylor exposes her artistic side along the Echo Trail. Her stained glass work features fluid lines and vibrant texture.
I like the shine, I like the textures, I like the vivid colors. It's unlimited what you can do. I incorporate rocks and shells and all kinds of things into my pieces, and it's a lot of fun. My name is Claire Taylor, and I work with glass and paints, primarily watercolors. These are some of my most current, and again, this talks about my monotone, yet I do a lot with real color too. Now, if you'll notice, some of the glasses I was working with are very similar, have this modeled pattern in, and the glass has helped with my painting, and the painting has helped dramatically with my glass. I usually start with a pattern, and then I'll pick out one piece of glass that I'm dying to use. And then everything else has to revolve around that. I'm working on a contemporary piece that I designed this past summer, and I just started throwing some glass together, and I'm working with colors. It's going to be a lot of purples, a lot of bright colors, purples, oranges, deep, good colors. So we'll take a piece of glass that has been ground so it won't cut you, and what you do is you copper foil the entire perimeter. Then you burnish down all the edges. I use a clothespin, high tech. But you end up with a piece like that, next to another piece, next to another piece. Then you solder your pieces together. This is a really hot iron. I'm headed more towards contemporary type things, primarily working more with color and composition rather than actual shape. And maybe I'll evolve to that, but doing commission work, you do exactly what the client wants. What's fun is that everybody wants something different, so I constantly change, and I will not do the same pattern twice. Everything is just one of a kind original.
We'll be back with Matt Ray and those damn horses right after this.
The Art Walk is a sort of a town-wide art show. We're using the streets of Ely as a gallery.
People walk down the street, whether it's 10 below zero or snowing or whatever, and go from window to window.
There are some 40 merchants who have offered window space.
This year we have 22 new artists and about 45 returning.
It's just amazing how much talent comes out when you open the door like that.
We go from the children's art, which is just wonderful and fresh and new, and then some woodworking and the weaving and whatever inspires people and causes that creative spark in them is pretty much what art is. Photography is big, and probably because of Jim Brandenburg. He's inspired a lot of people. To see the actual artwork, then it's quite inspiring, and for the size of the town, we were amazed. Also, I guess it's the only art walk of its nature in a cold climate.
Most of it's set to see from the street.
At any hour, you can go at night because it doesn't depend on the stores being open.
This year it's from the 3rd of February to the 13th of February.
It really makes the whole town look like a gallery.
They've blazed a trail across 2 states and put a contemporary twist on traditional music. Please welcome back Matt Ray and those damn horses.
Covered from sweat from shore in the bar. 90 miles drivers are hot. Be in the car and it's so late at night as I drive all alone. Trying to get on there, just trying to get on home. Might have had me a puff, maybe a drink or two. I might be too tired, I might not have a clue. So I put on glasses, thought I looked straight ahead at that old lonesome road that leads to my bed. Well,
fun music. That is just fantastic. You guys, welcome to the playlist.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for making the trip down.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, You
Yes.
Can't Catch Me, you wrote that one.
I did.
But it
I
has
did.
that traditional feeling. How did you get imprinted on this music?
Just basically listening to all current music, and then started to kind of wonder where that stuff would come from, and start tracing that back, and just kept going further and further back until we kind of arrived at a lot of the kind of music we're playing now. And it's been a pretty interesting process, I think, for most of us.
Tell me about this traveling band, and why do you call them those darn horses?
Our first gig as Those Damn Horses was probably 2 years ago, actually about 2 years ago, and we were playing at a ski resort, and the bass player at the time just showed up with a shirt that said Matt Ray and Those Damn Horses, and hence the name.
And it sticks.
It just stuck, yeah.
Naming bands is hard, and we're lazy, so we just...
It is very hard.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the instruments, because you guys play some unusual things.
Sure. Well, Flea, of course, over there plays the fiddle, and that's not too terribly unusual. He's unusual, but the instrument is, pretty normal. And Kyle, he plays the washboard, as well as the snare drum sometimes with us, and he also plays the briefcase for a bass drum. He kind of constructed that himself with it's got a bass drum pedal there. And Ian back there plays the wash tub bass, which is actually a pretty was a popular instrument in a lot of old traditional music and jug band music, the kind of stuff we play. And so he plays the wash tub bass as well as the jug. And
okay, but I've never seen a pickup on a canoe paddle before.
Right. Yeah, we kind of joke. We find it kind of funny that the most complicated instrument in our band is the wash tub bass. And Al, he plays the harmonica, and he's got a tackle box full of them there that he likes to lug around. And
Not just a harmonica, several harmonicas.
Several, yes.
And Eric?
And Eric plays the guitar and sings.
Sort of. Well, fantastic. Now, you've been recording. You have something out for us to look at
we do.
in the stores? Where do I get that?
In December, we released our debut album called Then and Now, which was a double disc album that half of the songs on there were original songs and the other half were all traditional songs. And we released that in December, and that's been pretty good.
Sales have been brisk.
And where do you find this disc?
You can find it on CD Baby, on Amazon.com, iTunes. It's on iTunes as well. If you just go to our website, mattray.org, you can find it right there.
Okay. And
yep. Or go to a live show, yeah.
You sell them at live
yes.
shows
That would
too?
be the best place to get when you come to a live show.
Well, in your live shows, tell me about the next gig coming up.
We play Saturday back at Giants Ridge there in Biwabic. They have an afternoon series there they do on Saturday. We play there.
Family friendly.
Family friendly, so that's kind of fun. We don't get to play too many family friendly places, play a lot of bars and stuff like that, so it's kind of fun. And then next weekend we're playing in beautiful downtown Gilbert. We're playing at your mother's place there over the weekend, so we're looking forward to that.
And just off a road trip, playing in Winona and
yes,
playing in the Twin
we just
Cities.
came back from Winona last weekend, and La Crosse. We've been playing down there now for a couple years, and very receptive to us down there. We always have a good time when we go down there, so hopefully we'll get back there in the spring too.
Wow. We have one more traditional tune coming up, actually, hopefully two. This next one's called the Overseas Stomp.
The Overseas Stomp, yes.
So I'll let you guys get to it.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
And Ian's gonna toot a little jug on this one for us.
I know you're gonna run to me when I get across that sea, and every time I do that, Lindy Boyd with me. I say, whoa now, sugar babe. Hey baby, don't you weep and moan. Uncle Sam's got your man and he's gone. Now we do the Lindy Boyd across the sea. You should have seen me with my uniform on. Now I could lend it just to show us you born, and then you do the Lindy Bird across the sea. Oh baby, now I done told you. Hey baby, don't you weep and moan. Uncle Sam's got your man and he's gone, and now we do the Lindy Stomp across the sea. sugar baby. Hey baby, don't you weep and moan. Well, Uncle Sam's got your man and he's gone. Now we do Lindy Bird across the sea. Hey baby, don't you run to me when I get across that sea. And every time you do that, Lindy Bud with me. Oh baby, now I done told you. Hey baby, don't you weep and moan. Well, Uncle Sam's got your man and he's gone. And now we do Lindy Bud across the sea.
Well, our thanks to Matt Ray and all the artists and musicians who've made this run of the playlist so fun. We'll be back in April with more great music, artists, and opportunities to share. In the meantime, keep in touch online through the Facebook or our website, and don't forget to suggest your favorite artists. We'll leave you with a final tune from Matt Ray. Have a great weekend, and remember to go out and support the arts.
Going to the station, catch the fastest train that goes. Well, I'm going down south where the weather suits my clothes. Well, I'm going down south if I wear 99 pairs of shoes. Well, I'm broken hearted, Lord, I got those down south blues. Well, love is like a water, and it gets turned off and on. Just when you think you got it, gets turned off and it's gone. Well, I'm going down south if I wear 99 pairs of shoes. Well, I'm broken hearted, Lord, I got those down south blues. Well, my mama taught me plenty and my daddy, he taught me more. You better quit your rambling, there'll be danger at your door. Well, I'm going down south if I wear 99 pairs of shoes. Well, I'm broken hearted, Lord, I got those down south blues. Well, I'm going down south if I wear 99 pairs of shoes. Well, I'm broken hearted, well, I got those down south blues. Well, I'm going down south if I wear 99 pairs of shoes.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.